Hey guys, how's it going? Kyprotonic here, and today I have a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against an opponent called the Hand of God, I believe. Quickly looking at his team, we both kind of have like a similar team as we're both running in the Sandstorm. One thing I have to kind of watch out for is his Reuniclus, because if that's actually a Trick Room version, I'm going to be a bit in trouble. That Gyarados could be Scarf with the Moxie. I kind of like to run that in the rain. Virizions is there just to at least counter maybe the Politoed and Gastrodon, and Gliscor is always a good Pokemon to use in the sand. Potentially, I just wanted to start off with my Tyranitar. He's going to end up leading with his Landorus. And to be honest, I wasn't really too sure if he was actually going to lead with Landorus of his own, or maybe his Gliscor, for example. So, like I say, he did lead with his Landorus. I knew going into it, I kind of didn't have the best matchup. So I'm actually going to be forced to switch on the first turn just because I don't really want to take like an Earthquake. I know he's going to U-turn, but just on the off chance if he's going to go for the Earthquake on the first turn, because some players will do that actually, I'm expecting your switch. So I'm going to switch into my Skarmory here, whilst he gets the switch advantage, and now he's going to go into his Virizion. Now this isn't really a bad matchup if you really think of it in type advantage, but if this Virizion wants to start setting up on me, then I could be pretty much in big trouble, because if it's a Calm Mind inversion, I don't really want to, be staying in as much and, dealing with it. So he's actually going to switch out, make a double switch, predicting my switch out into something. That's actually a very good prediction. I go into my Tentacruel, predicting maybe the Focus Blast to begin with, just in case if you want to try and go for that. But that kind of does work out good in my favour, because he did actually switch into his Tyranitar. I actually didn't expect the Tyranitar switch there. I just wanted to switch out into my Tentacruel just to take any potential Focus Blast, just in case if he wanted to try and go for that, like I say. He's going to get up his Stealth Rock on that turn there. I go for Boiling Water, don't get the burn, which kind of sucks. I was actually at least hoping, because I knew he was going to go for his Stealth Rock. And now in comes the biggest problem to my team, which is this Reuniclus. Like I did mention on the team preview, if this thing's actually a Trick Room, which it did turn out to be, it's really going to be causing havoc to my team, and I don't really have too much to deal with it. I mean, I could potentially have gone into maybe Tyranitar, like I say, or even my Terrakion, and try and hope for maybe a Focus Blast Mist, or even him not wanting to overpredict, and maybe pull off like a strong move. So he does go for the Focus Blast, it's going to hit, but I do have Triple Berry in my Tyranitar, and I was playing two minds at once, that usual thing with me, where I go for Stealth Rock or maybe even Pursuit, even though the Pursuit wouldn't have done anything, because that Reuniclus is quite bulky. I just wanted to try and get up my Stealth Rocks, to be honest, because I kind of thought maybe if I kind of predict around his moves, and maybe that would work out, but that doesn't work out in my favour just now, because he does predict my switch out into something, and yeah, he does smack me in the face with a Psycho Shock with my Tentacruel, and that down goes that. So I'm going to be forced to bring in Skarmory, because I know I can resist its Stab Psychic move. I was at least hoping to survive the Focus Blast, which I do. I knew that going into it I should have probably Whirlwind there, and that was a bad mistake on my behalf. I thought maybe Brave Bird would have done quite a lot. As that saying is, Brave Bird, everything usually results to victory, but in that case it didn't. So I'm going to bring in Landorus at this point. I'm just going to stay in and hope this Earthquake does take out this Reuniclus, because if it doesn't, I'm in big trouble. But thankfully it does, so yep, get rid of that thing. Now, I don't really come across like Trick Room Reuniclus, so like playing against him, I don't know what to do all the time. So you probably will notice like I played some like newbie-ish moves against it. So maybe for like future matchups against it, I shouldn't really be in too much trouble against it, I'm pretty sure. So in comes Gyarados. I'm not actually a Scarf or Banded version on this Landorus. This is actually a pretty old battle where I did actually change it to be a Leftovers variant. I go for Stone Edge and it almost takes it out, but then he goes for Substitute, but because he was low on HP, that he didn't have enough HP to go for the Substitute, so therefore he loses his Gyarados, which was great for me. So now comes his own Landorus. I'm just going to stay in here, just predicting maybe him to overpredict, because I know it's Scarfed. I thought maybe he would U-turn, expecting my switch out into something to resist his Stone Age, or he might go for the Earthquake, predicting my Terrakion switching, for example. So I'm gonna go for my own Stone Age just in case. Yeah, I did predict the Gliscor switching. I just thought maybe it'd be a solid 2-hit KO on this thing. Even if I went to stay in with his lone Landorus, that wouldn't be a bad thing for me myself, because I can smack that pretty hard because I'm actually a Choice Banded variant. So knowing that he did use the Protect, and knowing that that was a possibility, he would go for that again just in case. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Gengar here just in case he wants to try and do that. If he wants to attack me with, like, say, Earthquake or Ice Fang, I know due to my ability I will be immune to the Earthquake, and Ice Fang will probably be at least 2-hit KO my Gengar. So he does have Substitute, which kind of sucks. I don't really expect Substitute on the Poison Heal variant of Gliscor, just because maybe Sandvale would be much more better for its ability and running that, but I guess whatever floats your boat these days. So there's nothing I can really do other than just try to attack this Substitute and break it whilst he's protecting, whilst the Sandstorm is racking up, and then eventually the Life Orb is also going to be racking up. So he does go for Toxic, as I guess he didn't have anything to do against my Gengar. He's just basically trying to stall me out as much as possible, making it much easier for like his Landorus to either revenge kill me or making sure that he can do something else. I'm pretty sure he's just doing that on purpose, just to make it much easier for like his Landorus to start sweeping. But then again, I was like, oh wait, he has Tyranitar as well. So I go for Disable, predicting, you know, like the same move over again, or I wanted to try and protect his, disable his Protect just in case he wants to try and be a little bit of a jerk and continue stalling me. So, yep, I don't miss my Focus Blast, which is great, and I'm actually going to be able to one-hit this Tyranitar, which is amazing, because, you know, sometimes Focus Blast does miss. And when it does miss against like Pokemon that you actually are going to be able to at least take out, that kind of does suck. So here at this point, I kind of thought maybe he would go back into his Landorus, maybe, you know, because it's Scarfed, I thought maybe he would do that, but he doesn't. He goes back into the Gliscor and continues his stalling shenanigans. So that's pretty annoying, but I guess it is working for him, because eventually my Gengar's going to just die to the sand or even its own Life Orb. So I'm just going to go for my stronger of the moves, and of course due to him resisting the Focus Blast, I don't want to go for that. So Shadow Ball is going to be a 2-hit KO on this incoming Virizion. And yeah, I mean, that was great. I do get a special defense draw. I'm just going to go for another Shadow Ball, and this should actually take out his Virizion, which it does. So this is actually a double down. And I think at this point, I only have my Terrakion left, or do I have some? Oh yeah, I do have my Tyranitar and my Terrakion. There's nothing more I can do whilst his Landorus that's going to come at this point is Scarfed. I think this is actually going to be a 2-0 victory for my opponent. So guys, if you enjoyed this game, please let me know. Please also comment on the video. Please like, keep subscribing. I do appreciate all the support that I've been getting recently. And until next time guys, I will catch you in the near future. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.